Welcome to Love Them Knives channel, LTK here. Kubey Knives, they're making their own stuff now. This is the KU 200 Ti. Hey, welcome back. Kubey Knives, yes. And a gentleman named Yang contacted me from Kubey. He noticed that I'd done a lot of, different types of Chinese knives on my channel, and told me that Kubey, he was asking if I was familiar with the Kubey brand, and yes, I am, and told me they're making their own original designs now. They're in charge of their own manufacturing on these knives, and this is one of them. And he sent me several knives, and I sent them to Pennsylvania for testing, so we could find out the blade steel, the titanium, all that kind of stuff, and the HRC. And we do have test results from this. Interesting knives. Bearings on the pivot. Haven't disassembled this one. But yes, bearings. Now, are they ceramic or steel? I don't know. I'll have to do a disassembly. I'll probably do one on the one of these models. This is obviously titanium frame lock flipper. You can see there's an over travel stop in here and a hardened steel insert that is put in here. And if we get our little cheater light here, you can see that there's the hardened steel insert in there. There's the over travel stop. There's obviously availability on the Torx for the screws, backspacer, pocket clip, titanium, machined, etc. And this is supposed to be S35VN blade steel. Interesting design. It looks really practical. Isn't that horrible? We don't do practical knives, do we? Not as often as we should, probably. But this, wow. Oh, yeah, that's sharp. Okay, yeah, that's sharp. Very sharp. It's interesting. This comes in a really nice zipper pouch. It's really solid feeling in any case. And there's your plastic that the knife comes in, microfiber cloth, and your little card from Kubey. Certificate of authenticity. Scan it in. Go to Kubey.com. I'll give you the link to Kubey.com where you can buy these knives. Wow, that's solid. And the outer box is very kind of plain and KU 200. Anything else on here that's of importance? There you go, the 200 Ti. Self-defense knife in blue. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it being a self-defense knife as much as it is just a good carry knife. And it feels solid. The ergos are good. The pass-through is right here and easy to disengage that lock bar. How big is this knife? It's not quite, I think, well, it is 3.5. No, not quite 3.5. 3¼ inch. Cutting edge is almost 3¼ but you can see right here, about not quite 85, 82, 83 millimeter length blade, 7¾ overall, and let's say 19.5 centimeters. So let's get out. Fancy? Where are you? Okay. So the Paramilitary 2 is a bigger knife. And again, reverse this aspect ratio, it'll even look bigger in comparison, of course, than the Kubey. So, not a huge knife here. Let's find out how much it weighs. Hit the power button. Nice backspacer, though. Interesting that they decided to, angle this away and then make the lanyard hole up here. Don't know why in particular. Just a design choice, I guess. 4.4, 125, 126 grams. So not terribly heavy. Even though, well, of course, here's some cutaway where they put this carbon fiber, and it feels pretty seamless. You got ribbing here and here, so you get some feel of traction. And the ergos in hand are pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I can feel this pocket clip a bit, but it is what it is. It's a milled pocket clip. It's not, it doesn't really take over the design, and it kind of adds to it a bit. Yeah, not bad at all. Oh, by the way, I've got paperwork if you're interested. So here's the 200 Ti. S35VN is real. The HRC is 58.4, so it's right there in the park. And there's your Elemental printout. FYI. And the scales, however, are obviously titanium, as you can see, but it didn't have a grade match particularly. Apparently, it wouldn't hold the scan for TI-64, so it's an undetermined. It's a little lower aluminum content and higher silicon than would be for a TI-64. And I did communicate that back to them, and they're going to check, although their titanium distributor is well known and probably used by a lot of other knife manufacturers in that area. So don't know why this didn't quite read the exact same as some of the others. Although some of the others do the high silicon that's being picked up by the PMI gun, they won't hold the scan either for the TI-64, but this is titanium, obviously. So, yes, and obviously it anodizes electrically because it's blue. Now, you can get them in different colors, and let's see where I got that information. Right here, I got everything else laying on top of it, but I'll give you the link to their site. You can establish an account if you want, so you can log in when you go back in. But here's the particular knife I have here. These are the others, $140. And there's the specs again. Ball bearing, they're not saying exactly what kind. And to tell you the truth, I really don't care if they're steel or ceramic. Overall length, blade length, that kind of thing. So if you like the KU200, this is what it looks like. And as for all practical purposes, it seems very practical. You got this choil up front, not really a go forward position, but not bad for sharpening purposes. The plunge looks symmetrical. Let me see what we got here. And we got jimping on the flipper tab. And this is traction all the way built back here. So you can kind of feel it here in the palm of your hand. Pretty intuitive on the flipper tab. Pretty easy. And the detent's good. Okay, I can fail it, but not easy to. Okay, yeah, I can fail it. So, very intuitive. I don't think I can throw this out. Let me try. No, oh, hell no. No, 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 no. I can't throw it out. So it's a solid. This one is at least a 5 3/4, coming up on 6, but maybe not a 6, but still. Yeah, I could feel it that time. Almost came all the way open on me. But just a normal. Let me see if the push button's any good. Okay, you can do it that way too. I tend to light switch them. And you know, where your finger lands is nice and smooth. No problem there. You can see your blade stop there. Yeah, I mean, there's no play in the detent. It's centered up. No lock rock. And no blade play generally. And that's kind of a machine screw back here where the pocket clip is. The rest of them, no, except for on the pivot. But these others, body screws, are just cap screws. Yeah. Not bad. Practical. $140. Well, titanium frame lock flipper, S35VN blade, carbon fiber insert, anodized. Looks like a real light bead blast or something on here. In any case. Yeah, clicks right into place. Looks like a pretty solid knife to me. I don't think they're asking too much money for it. I think they're probably right there in that market. And they have a whole lineup of different knives, so go on their site, check it out. Make sure you buy a Kubey knife from Kubey. Wow. Nice. Okay. You got me convinced. I like the action. Take care, my friends. Appreciate you hanging out. Love Them Knives channel. Yeah, Kubey Knives. Who'd have thunk? You know what we do around here. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.